Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, two trees grew side by side. One of them was a mighty oak tree. It stood tall and proud, its branches stretching high above the rooftops, spreading wide as if it owned the sky. Its trunk was thick, its roots were deep, and it believed there was nothing in the world that could move it. The oak was admired by many villagers who often said, "Look at how strong it is. Truly, this tree will never fall." Next to it stood a very different tree. It was a bamboo, slender, flexible, and often swaying in the slightest breeze. While the oak towered with confidence, the bamboo looked fragile and unimportant. Yet, despite its thin body, the bamboo remained rooted in the earth, never complaining, never boasting, always bending with the wind. The oak often mocked the bamboo. With a booming voice it would say, "Look at you, swaying back and forth like grass. You are weak, so fragile. One day, when a real storm comes, it will tear you apart. But me, I am unshakable. I will stand firm no matter what." The bamboo, humble and quiet, simply bowed its head and remained silent. It did not argue, for it knew its strength was not in standing tall and rigid, but in its ability to bend, to adapt, and to endure. Seasons passed. The oak continued to grow taller and prouder, while the bamboo remained steady, content with its quiet existence. But then one summer, the skies above the village began to change. Dark clouds gathered, thick and heavy, covering the sun. The air grew tense, the wind began to howl, and soon the storm arrived. The storm was unlike anything the village had ever seen. The wind roared with fury, shaking windows and rattling rooftops. Rain poured down in sheets, flooding the fields, and lightning tore across the sky. The trees were put to the test. The oak, determined to prove its strength, stood as stiff as stone. Its branches fought against the raging wind, refusing to yield. "I will not bend," it thought proudly. "I will stand strong, and this storm will see my power." But as the storm grew fiercer, the oak's pride became its downfall. The relentless wind pushed harder, the rain soaked its trunk, and at last, with a deafening crack, the mighty oak snapped. Its heavy branches crashed to the ground, and the tree that once seemed unbreakable lay broken and defeated. Meanwhile, the bamboo bent low, almost touching the earth itself. It swayed gracefully with each gust of wind, letting the storm pass over it. Instead of resisting, it flowed with the chaos around it, patient and enduring. And when the storm finally passed, when the rain stopped and the skies began to clear, the bamboo slowly rose again. Standing tall, fresh, and unharmed, it remained where it had always been, rooted, calm, and strong in its own quiet way. The villagers emerged from their homes and saw the scene before them. The once mighty oak lying shattered on the ground, and the humble bamboo still standing tall. They understood the lesson that nature had just taught them. True strength is not found in resisting everything. True strength lies in being flexible, in adapting when life pushes you, and in having the courage to rise again no matter how many storms you face. And so, whenever you find yourself struggling, whenever life feels heavy and storms surround you, remember the bamboo. Bend if you must, but never break. Be patient, stay rooted in who you are, and trust that when the storm passes, and it always does, you will rise stronger than before.